Hey, everybody. Sorry. It's just going crazy trying to find my keys. Now this thing is all black and blue. I guess that's from the fucking fall. But you see all here. It's fucking painful. Ah, fuck. Ah. But yeah, it's constant pain. I'm not taking oxycodones. Fuck those. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. They fucking itch. And it's I got a text from Ava last night and she's laughing and she's going, "Who is this wacko on Lady K's show?" And I'm like, I don't know. Now what? So apparently Lady K, thanks to Ben Ratner, which is unbelievable. I never did anything bad to Ben Ratner. But for him to pull out this lunatic and them to pay, or at least Lady K to pay this lunatic to make up lie after lie about me, which is defamatory to say the least. Just about everything she said was entirely bullshit. But the only problem is she's got no money. She's done how many GoFundMe? She has no clients, no money. She's a lunatic. If you want the truth, which you won't accept my truth, because my truth is the truth. But first of all, any allegations about me doing anything in front of children is fucking completely ridiculous. As even Adam Bush would know. We only had one day of shooting with children on set. My kid was there. Two of my kids were there, actually. And every parent of every child was there. And it was the day that we shot with Mark Cuban. So to make some fucking ridiculous, what appears to me, drug-induced allegation from 19 years ago is just that. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, of course, that's what people are going to do. And Lady K, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is not observing and reporting. This is trying to find a whack packer to just make up bullshit to try and disparage my great reputation. Now, of course, there was no coke on set. And there was nobody doing coke. Then she claimed she couldn't find me because I lost my job at the Tonight Show. This is what I'm hearing from Vegas Beer Sales Jerry. And first of all, I was the announcer on the fucking Tonight Show. We shot that in 2007, 19 years ago. 19 fucking years ago. Now, just to give you an idea of this person who's saying all this, she was fired on the set. She was fired and taken off as soon as my producer got there and saw what a fucking lunatic she was. He said, "Johnny, you fucking kidding me with this girl?" Took her off all the check signing ability. And she was not invited to the premiere. And then the only reason her name's on the poster is because she threatened to sue me if we didn't give her that producer credit. That is the only reason. But she was a lunatic then and is a lunatic now. And anything that she's saying is a fucking lie. Yeah, okay. I'm fucking... What's she alleging? I was banging hookers? Of course you guys want to believe that. But no, I was happily married at the time. There was no... And just so you know the dynamics of when we shot that, I was on the Tonight Show till about 4:35, then drove to this set. Now, the set, I will tell you, was like I don't know if you would say it was like a swingers place. So yes, the one thing that is accurate is that the crew did complain of condoms when we first arrived there. And apparently they were cleaning it up. I didn't see any. But either way, it was like a sex thing, like that people would use it. It was like all these different rooms and shit. But of course, nothing of that of a kind was going on during any of the filming of my movie. And that person who Lady K had on, who, let's face it, is a lunatic. Now, it's unfortunate I can't sue Lady K for defamation. I would, but I can't, because he's just allowing this loon to say whatever she wants, and she doesn't care about getting sued because she's got no money. She's broke. She has no clients. And I was duped into letting her to be my manager, and then when she became my manager, then I got the money for the movie. So I thought but I get duped by people. I thought she was normal at first, and then realized she was a complete fucking loon. Which is why she was fired. But none of the shit she said is true. Oh, she didn't know where to find me. I was on the Tonight Show in the fucking 7 years. And if anyone was doing drugs, if you ask me, it was her. Because she did not look good. She did not look fucking healthy. She was fucking emaciated, skinny as fuck, chain smoking nonstop, which makes sense. She had gotten cancer and had to go fund me. She's like Heather Warner times 1,000. But again, she was fired on the set. She was not allowed back. She was not in any of those scenes. Oh, then the bathroom. Lady K, you're such an idiot. You really think that toilet was a prop toilet, you stupid fuck? That was at Bally's Gym in L.A. Yeah, the same place that we shot the treadmill scene. You fucking idiot. That's what happens. And no, I didn't shit in front of a fucking crew. I guess my acting was so brilliant that you believed that I was really taking a shit. By the way, Lady K, I'll let you in on another little film fact. Those were fake farts. They weren't my real farts. You fucking idiot. It was a prop toilet. And you guys believed her on that too. And my wife was on the set almost every fucking day. She's in the movie, you fucking idiots. She was there because all of our friends were in the movie. Oh, my Lord. And every one of those kids, besides being my own, they were the friends of my kids, and their parents were on the set. Now, of course, I could sue her, but for what? She doesn't have anything. She has nothing to get. Pocky, on the other hand, there's something to get. But I'm in the middle of a lawsuit for that. You know, I'm already in a lawsuit. Oh, shit. Check. Ah, shit, I gotta do this whole thing again. Fucking hell. All right. I'll start again. First of all, Lady K is the new Whack Pack Wrangler. He found this Caron Feldman, who was a complete fucking lunatic, who was fired on the set when Marco, one of the executive producers, showed up and said, "John, are you kidding me with this fucking broad? Are you out of your mind?" And took away her check signing duties away from her. And she was rarely on the set. She was fired and was not invited to the premiere, and then threatened to sue us if we didn't put her name in the credits. And that's a fact, Jack, as a producer. And to avoid a lawsuit, we said, fuck it. and gave her a producer credit. Not to think that 19 years later, Lady K is going to pay her a few shekels and she's going to come and make up lie after lie after lie about me. I was still on The Tonight Show. I didn't get fired from The Tonight Show. She could easily have found me because I was at The Tonight Show another 7 fucking years. Then Stephanie Miller and Bite Size TV. I was in LA the whole time. Then she claimed there was condoms everywhere. Well, we were on a very low budget. And we did shoot it. The set they found that our line producer found was like it was like a sex place where like swingers went and shit. It was a weird kind of place way downtown LA. And the crew, when we showed up there, when they showed up, I wasn't even there yet, complained there were condoms in several of the rooms and they had to get cleaning to come clean and everything like that. Of course, none were mine. I didn't see a condom the whole time I was there. Then she claimed that I was drinking and doing cocaine in front of children. Okay. There was only one day of shooting with children on the set when Mark Cuban was there. My wife was there. 2 of my kids were there. My friends' kids, who were all the other kids in the movie, their parents were there. And even Adam Bush knows that you can't have kids on a set like that, without supervision. So all of this is ridiculous. And just to give you an idea, and Lady K, shame on you. You know she was a fucking lunatic. You know she was. And Bette Ratner, you found this woman for him? What the fuck did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you, Ben? Besides being disappointed that you donated money to their fucking GoFundMe. Besides that, what did I ever do to you for you to dig out this fucking creature out of the Black Lagoon? But yeah, everything she said was bullshit. It was all lies. I was happily married. And my wife was on the set half the time because all our friends were in the movie. My wife was in the movie. Then you have Lady K is so stupid. He's alleging that the toilet that I took a shit in was a prop. And she, of course, yes, it was. She wasn't even there for that shoot. You know why? It was at Bally's fucking gym, you idiots. In LA, the same gym that we shot the treadmill scene. Anybody who shot a film knows if you show up at a location, you get everything you need at that location. And that's what we did. But fucking hell, Lady K, now you're really dragging through you're trying to find any fucking lunatic to come up with some horseshit. Should I start doing that to you, Lady K? Should I start finding some weird people that somehow you encountered that can come on and make up lies about you? Because maybe that's what I should do next. And I love that they think somehow that I really took a shit in what they allege was a prop toilet. First of all, like I said, that was a toilet at a Bally's gym in LA. And Lady K, I know my acting is brilliant, but I didn't really take a shit. That's called acting. And those farts, Lady K, I got news for you. A little inside baseball, a little inside film. Those farts weren't real either. Those were sound effects. They didn't come out of my own bowels. You fucking idiot. Like I would ever do coke around children. And there was no coke on that fucking set. I didn't even do coke in those days. It was the announcer on the Tonight Show. I had to get up the next morning. Just to give you an idea of my schedule then, I got done with the Tonight Show around 4, 4:30, maybe 5. Drove downtown LA. Then shot from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. And then drove back home for about 3 or 4 hours, slept, and then repeated the whole process again. And I believe the kids were there on a weekend. The only other time we had kids was at CBS Ralford when we had the stuttering kid scenes. And they were supervised by the girl's father and the boy's mother the whole time. So you guys are fucking... Now, I know you're going to believe whatever you want to believe. I get it. That's what you do. I think she either has me confused with Tom Sizemore, who actually did bang prostitutes on the set, and I think she may be, telling me I'm doing blow around children. I mean, who am I, Nick Wicada? That was a joke. Nick, just a joke. I don't know anything about your case. But man, let me bring on my good buddy Dan from Nice Podcast Too. Hey, Dan.
What's going on, John? How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm just like hearing this lunatic they pulled out of the woodwork to just spew lie after lie about me. And don't forget, this movie was shot 19 years ago.
You can't make this shit up, John. And now, I don't know if you know this. This might be breaking news for you. You know what she's doing? She's doing next, right?
Probably Shitway show.
She's going on Pinky tomorrow.
Oh,
she's on MLC tomorrow.
Jesus.
She's making the rounds. Pinky now is paying her to go on his show to do part 2 of Rip John.
Dan, with all candidacy, or is it the word? With all veracity, I don't wear condoms.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of us don't anymore. You get to a certain age, I'm like, I'm not.
No, I don't. I never chose condoms.
They suck. Who wants? Do we like to wear condoms? Of course not. Who wants to wear one? If you don't have to, don't wear one.
No.
Just pull it out.
But no, there was no sex going on in the set. We were working our asses off.
If she was anything back then like she is now, I could see why she got fired from the movie set. I mean,
as soon as Marco showed up, that was the other executive producer who was in charge of the money. He said, "Goodbye, get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed to sign any more checks. That's it, done."
You can't have unbalanced people like that on a set. Like, it's just not. It doesn't work.
And Pinky, you're gonna have her spew the whole shit. I'll sue you tomorrow. You got money.
I know. If you're going to sue anyone, don't sue her. Sue Kevin. Kevin's the one that probably has some money.
No, Kevin's got money. She doesn't.
No.
And I'm already suing. Lady K. So I don't want to go on. But I'll certainly sue Pinky.
Can I do it? Can I do a little Duke of the Future right now? Can I do a little?
I know a lawyer who might take the case on my behalf.
Ooh, there you go.
So. This is what Lady K said, Dan. So this guy, Ben Ratner, I don't even know what the fuck this guy is like. Is he trying to get love from Lady K? I never did anything to this fucking prick. Lady K said that Ratner went to the IMDb page and tried to contact everyone with a credit on the movie. And she's the only person who responded. What a fucking... Ben, you're a fucking asshole.
What a rat. Yeah, now we know where his last name comes from.
Yeah, he puts the rat in Ratner, but what a dick. I mean, and this movie, Dan, is 19 years ago.
No offense, but if it wasn't for you, I would have no idea that this movie even existed.
Yeah, but not to say that if you commit a crime it's still not a crime 19 years ago. But this was as innocent as you can get. I mean, there was nothing going on. Here, the sorcerer asked a question, and I'll answer it because this is was there even a trailer? No, there was no trailer.
Was it straight to video? Was it one of those kind of movies?
What's that?
Was it straight to video, or did it have any
straight to video?
Yeah.
There was no like. It was just like I don't think there was showers. It was just like it was just a bunch of different rooms that we like. One we made into the casting office, one we met into like a nightclub, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like anyone had their own.
It wasn't a big Hollywood production. Like this is not $100 million budget film here.
No one had their own dressing rooms or anything.
Yeah.
My kids were in the movie. What the fuck? You think I'm going to be? And all those kids were my kids' friends that were in the movie. It was only one day of a shoot. And that was with Mark Cuban. And that was with all the parents of the kids. There was no fucking coke going around. I wouldn't even know how to have gotten coke, even if I would have wanted any.
And there's no cocaine happening on these straight to video sets.
No. And there's no budget. I mean, everything was cut in corners. In fact, she said, well, we broke some SAG-AFTRA rules. Yeah, what movie hasn't? But so those scenes in Manhattan, now, you didn't get permits. You just fucking shot and
Gonzo style. Yeah.
You just rolled the fucking dice. And that's how it went. But
you can't make an omelet without a few cracked eggs. Like you gotta, you gotta break a few rules to get the thing done. I mean, that happens all the time.
But that woman wasn't even on any of the scenes she wasn't there for any of the scenes in Manhattan. She wasn't there for any of the scenes at Griffith Park. I mean, she wasn't there really that often. She was there on Friday to sign checks. That was it.
How did Lady K find this chick?
What? Now I might have to call a lawyer because now I'm but I guess there's nothing you can do. The only person I don't even know how that works. I mean, who can I sue? This is, hold on. Let me, people text me. Oh, I can sue the person. I can sue Pinky. I can sue Lady K, actually.
I mean, it might be fun to sue him if you could do it on a contingency.
No, I can. I can talk to, I have some lawyer friends in New York because really now when you're talking about doing, drugs in front of fucking minors, that could hurt me. That could hurt my career in the future. That's serious. Defamatory
it's clear defamation. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt. I heard she's got GoFundMe's too. Did you hear this? That she does. Oh, it's like total grifter.
Right. Lady K, if you don't issue a retraction, then I'll look into suing you too. And Pinky, go ahead because I'll sue you tomorrow. Nice. Because this is fucking not. This is not like even close to the truth. This is outlandish. You
get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit.
No,
we're suing everybody.
I'm not kidding, man. You can't just out of nowhere just make bullshit stories up. And again, Dan, my ex-wife and I were, happily married. In fact, let's see, that was 2007. In 2008, we renewed our marriage vows.
Yeah, I mean, things were going great.
So I'm banging. She's claiming I'm banging prostitutes with condoms like I have time on a set while I'm trying to squeeze in every minute to get every footage we need.
I wouldn't be surprised if Carl was telling her things to say. Like, can you talk about him doing drugs? Can you talk about him having sex with, outside of his marriage?
That's what my friend said. She was coached. She was coached.
Absolutely.
And if Carl coached her, there's another big problem for Carl. I mean, this is like, then it becomes I can get a contingency attorney to do this, especially with Pinky, because we all know he's got money. And these are fucking, but the problem with her is she never had any money. You know, and she claims she had these clients that she never had, like Erin Moran and Louis Gossett Jr., who I never saw. And then her partner said that who was the attorneys on the OJ? It was Johnny Cochran,
Effley Bailey, Johnny
Effley
Cochran.
Bailey. Her partner said that Effley Bailey was was his stepdad, and they had just talked. Turns out Effley Bailey had died 3 months before. It was like a complete fucking bunch of fucking lying people, you know? She's a complete lunatic, and she chain smoked all the time. Hey, Dan, do you see this, man? You see the black and blue now?
Whoa, dude.
I know. Because
Damn,
I fell
man.
on the wrist, and, so now.
Like a blood bruise.
Yeah, I guess because I fell on my left. So I guess it's finally, it's fucking painful, dude.
I would not wish that on anyone. That looks fucking horrible.
No, and that's why I couldn't even do a show yesterday, Dan. I called you. I was like, Dan, you don't understand. I can't get out of bed, man. I'm kind
of surprised you're here today. I know how much pain you're in, and it sounds like you're having trouble sleeping, and the pain pills with the itching and stuff. I mean, that's
I don't take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take them anymore. I'm just taking ibuprofen and just hoping that that's gonna do it. But no, it's fucking it's really bad pain. Yesterday was like the max. Today's not as bad, but if I put it in a certain area, it's just fucking painful. But apparently, it heals slowly, and I'm hoping it heals so I don't need surgery.
Do you have to put it on like a pillow, or how do you sleep with the arm like that?
I try it with a pillow, and I'll go like this, put it on my head. So this is what Lady K does. I break my wrist, I shatter my wrist, I have all this shit going, and what does he do? He goes and brings on some fucking lunatic to fucking defame me nonstop. Talk about ruthless fucking scumbags. You know what I mean?
Like this is stuff that can ruin people's lives. It's unacceptable as far as I'm concerned.
This could certainly ruin any chance of getting any work in Hollywood again. Here, hold on 1 second, Dan.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Dan.
No worries.
I couldn't find my keys today, so I went shopping on Tuesday, and I can't find my fucking keys. So I asked my buddy to come over see because I can't lift the couch because my arm. So I asked him to come over and see if he can find it. It's fucking. Do you have? Look, I mean, I'll lose anything. Fucking keys, phones, wallets. John, please stop making hot brown in your pants. Like this is another one, Dan. I don't know if you heard me about the toilet they said was a prop. It was at a Bally's gym. And you could tell it's a real bathroom. And then Carl's maintaining I shit in the prop toilet. Yeah, Dan, what person could shit with a crew around with lights and all? Yeah, I'm going to be able to take a fucking shit. Yeah, put it over here. And, I mean, give me a fucking break. Thanks, my brother. Just see me. I don't know. He's going to try and find my keys for me, man. It's fucking. But I'm sure I'll find them because I know I came.
You got to be in there somewhere, so they'll show up.
Yeah, I came home from the supermarket, put everything away, but I'm doing it with. I only have one arm now, and the other arm is holding on my pants because I forgot to put a belt on. So I'm fucking coming in. So I'm sure I would have just thrown the keys at some point. Get the fuck away from me, But yeah,
are you still throwing the beers back, or are you taking a break from the beers?
Hold on a second.
Okay. Wait, the bruise. Here's 20 for your troubles.
Even take it, Dan. He wouldn't take it.
Grab the boxes off your floor too.
Thanks, bud. But yeah, but he found them in two. And he told me they're probably on your night table by the couch, right next to the Beatle book where you always put them. And I looked there, and I couldn't see them. It's by the Beatles book. I got it, Mom. But anyway, so yeah, it's really lame, and there's no way Lady K believed that she was fucking telling the truth. So 19 years have passed, and then she suddenly has all these vivid memories of everything. What I heard was Adam Bush was actually asking questions and kind of calling her out for being a liar, because he was asking, well, give me one real story. Everything's a generalization. That's when she pulled out the prostitutes and snorting coke thing, I mean, which I wonder where the fuck she got that from. Like, I don't even know where she would get that from, because it's so, I mean, it's just, like it couldn't be further from the truth. At that point, I was doing the Tonight Show every day, and then doing that movie shoot all night. You think, I mean, we were working, different costume, different outfits. It wasn't, I mean, come on, man. This is how bad and lame that you guys can get by like really having people make up stories. I mean, and you could tell how damaged that chick was. I mean, she probably has her own demons that probably, if you heard the story, you'd be, wow, this woman's been through shit and bad. I'm surprised she's still alive. I thought she'd be dead by the time, like 2 years later.
She looked like The Walking Dead. She did not look good.
Chain smoking nonstop, like those long hundreds and just nonstop chain smoking. Why do they podcast Pay to Lie? She no money because he. Oh yeah, okay. She has no money. She never had any clients. I was her biggest client, and she fucked that up. Oh,
she couldn't even last through the movie. How long into the movie before she got fired? Was it like near the beginning, or what? How long did she last?
Marco got there, so it was the day that we did the kids scene, probably like 2 weeks in, and then
Marco walks in. He's like, "We gotta lose the bitch."
Well, because what happens is I'm not there. I'm shooting a scene or something, and then she's talking to Marco. Then I come back. And then she lies to Marco when I'm there. And he goes, wait, you just threw him under the bus when he wasn't here. Now you're going to lie about it? And he goes, okay, you're fired.
Here's a box. Get the fuck out. GTFO.
He goes, you had the golden goose here and you blew it. But yeah, no, he was like, John, she's a fucking... she's a whack job. So, I mean, it does get kind of sillier and sillier as if you really do a Columbo on everything and dissect everything. Like I've stated on this show how many times I don't wear condoms. So already it's disingenuous.
Yeah, exactly. Got it right there. Like, at least know my style, honey. At least know.
Yes, at least know I don't wear condoms. I refuse.
You would have been better off saying you spread chlamydia across the set. Okay, well, maybe that might have happened.
I know. And shit. Someone texted me and I lost my train of thought, Dan. I'm sorry.
Right.
I know my friends try and help me, but when they text me, it doesn't always help because I'm trying to do a
it's like the dog from Up, you get that.
No, and I know they're trying to help, but sometimes it takes my mind out of the show because I got to read what they're writing, and then they write sorry, which is another distraction. Eric, how much of the movie budget did you pay yourself? Yeah, quite the contrary. I ended up having to pay like 50 grand out of my own pocket after all was done because the aforementioned lunatic fucking was over budget, and didn't leave any money for editing. I had to pay for all the editing out of my own pocket. And there's a reason why it's all my own music in the movie, because I couldn't afford to pay anyone for any other music. and I love when people are like, oh, it's such a, what do they call that? Is it a something project?
Vanity project?
Yeah, vanity project. I'm like, no, the reason why my own songs are in it is because I couldn't afford to pay anybody for any other music. I'm surprised they dug her out of her fucking
out of her sarcophagus or whatever.
Yeah. But of course that's Lady K. Observe and report. No, go find anybody to say something bad about me, because it kills you. Because I really haven't had anybody say anything bad. I mean, even think about it. That there's been no arrests, there's been no fucking bullshit, no DUIs. All the shit that, but yet this fucking lunatic comes out with that nonsense. And by the way, my ex-wife couldn't stand her either. As soon as she said, "Oh, she's no good." And like, there was no coke on the set, but then she was alleging like, I was drinking. Did you say I was drinking all the time or something like that? Now, first of all, there were times that there were beer on the set, because there was quite a few bar scenes where we didn't have like fake beer, but I defy anybody to watch that movie and even find one scene where I seem even slightly inebriated, because I'm not. So all that's another fucking false allegation. It's just, you know what I mean, Dan? It's like, if you saw that movie, I mean, albeit it might be painful to watch, but I'm telling you, you're not going to find, any drunk scenes with the Duke. Like I told you, the day we had all those kids, every kid's parent was there, including my ex and my wife at the time. They were all there. So, I mean, all the parents were there.
She's trying to make it sound like you're like Michael Jackson at Neverland Ranch or something with these kids.
Yeah. So all the parents are there. And we do that scene, where I chase him around as the clown, and then then I have a great scene with my kid, and then everybody goes home. I mean, there was no it was only in for 2 hours in the afternoon. But of course, she's acting like I'm making I'm trying to think of a movie with a bunch of kids, like Stand By Me or something. Fucking there was one scene with kids.
Yeah, it wasn't like you made this movie and you surrounded yourself with kids the whole movie.
Yeah, and then the only other time was at CBS Ralford, which is a outside studio where we had the stuttering kid and the two stuttering kids, and one was my friend's daughter. He was there, and another one, his parent was there. So stupid, you know what I mean? And like, I'm gonna risk my career on the Tonight Show while I'm the announcer, the greatest gig in the world, making bank. I'm gonna throw all of that away to fucking, do coke with kids. Okay, yeah, okay.
It's pathetic.
I'm
so
still
pathetic.
Standing, bitch. I'm still standing, bitch. You'd be crying if you had this. Not the Duke. Come on, fuck with me. Come on.
You're invincible. What did I say the other day? You have like the Mario star. You can't be taken down. Now, maybe a slip in the bathroom on a slippery floor, that could take you down, but these fuckers can't take you down.
Well, I don't know if that's true, Dan, because I'm sure they've drawn. Oh yeah. Tell me the conclusions on my injuries. What have they surmised so far?
Oh, I think the consensus from that constituency is that you were shit-faced out of your mind and stumbling all over the place, couldn't walk straight, hit your head against the wall or the door and were just falling all over the place, and eventually collapsed and just had that you couldn't control yourself, that you were so drunk that you just lost all control and you eventually just passed out and landed on your arm. I think that's the consensus, if I'm not mistaken.
It is amazing. I told you what really happened.
Yes.
Was there any alcohol involved then?
No. It could happen to anyone. In fact, everything you told me checks out. That very easily happened. And as you get older, sometimes you can lose your balance, or
No. It had nothing to do with that. So I remember once I was cleaning the floor here, like I was doing a stream, and when the floor got wet and I stepped on it, because these are porcelain tiles.
Yep.
So when the floors got wet, if you step on these, it's like ice. You just fucking
you do a digger. Yeah, you lose all footing.
So I'll just tell you what happened, and then they're not going to believe it anyway. But it's very simple. I was in bed all day. I was watching the Yankees play the Phillies, and the Yankees won. Then Hitman Dan was going to come get me. So I went into the bathroom to take a shower. I took a shower. I have a bath mat. I stepped out off the bath mat. I knew Danny was coming. This is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I went and walked to because I had my pants in front of the toilet. And for some reason, I think I was looking for my keys or my phone or my wallet out of my pants. And when I turned around to walk back, my wet foot hit a wet part of that fucking tile. And I just went boom, right onto my left fucking part of the body, this side of my head. That explains.
And there's a little bruising, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just went down, and then I looked at my wrist. I'm like, I'm fucked. And then waited for Danny to get me. Then we went to the emergency room. We were there from 3 to 7. No alcohol involved. Not even a beer. And then after,
you almost wish you maybe had a couple of beers.
Yeah, I know. I was in so much pain. No alcohol. And but they're never going to believe the truth. So it doesn't matter.
When meanwhile, it could happen to any of us. You get out of bed, you got a wet floor. It happens.
Yeah, but these are especially
and those porcelain tiles. I mean, those are the worst.
Because really, Dan, any water on them, you will I defy anybody to try not and slip.
You could probably slide if you put water on that floor, you probably slide across the room on it.
Easily. So now I have 3 bath mats, and now I take my shoes and put it right up outside the shower. So as soon as I get on the bath mat, I'll dry my feet and then put the shoes on. Now I've slipped before coming out of the shower, but never to this extent where there was so much weight coming down on this, on this wrist.
Yeah, having some mats down would definitely help. I even put a mat in my shower, like one of those shower mats.
Yeah, I got
inside the shower. Yeah,
but in my shower, it's all stone, so it's not.
Okay, yeah, that's not.
But either way, that's what happened. But I know they're not going to believe that. But it happened at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, think about it. Go look back at the Yankee Philly game, and I was watching it in bed on my computer, on my MLB. I had.
You're probably gonna remember that baseball game forever now. You're gonna remember exactly. It was that damn Yankees-Phillies game, and Schwarber hit the home run. And
I was happy Yankees won, and then I went to the fucking take a shower because I figured Hitman Dan. Of course, Hitman Dan was late because he always is. But and I was sitting there in pain waiting for him. I'm like, Dan, what the fuck are you? And then he got there, and straight to the hospital. And then I didn't. Then Danny.
When did you know it was bad? Did you know right away?
I knew it was broke. And then when we got to the hospital, and they even ask you, "Have you eaten anything? Have you drank?" No, because I hadn't. And then they hook you up, to that thing that I showed. And then when Danny was there, but Danny's house is close to the hospital, so then he went because he wanted to turn his outdoor lights on. He didn't think he was going to be at the hospital that late. And then came back, and the trooper that Dan is picked me up 2 Michelob Ultras. So then when we went to Danny's car and on the way to the bar, because then that was 7, and we did go to the bar after to get something to eat. and then I had a beer with beer on the way to the
2 Mickeys for the road. That's the way to do it, man.
yeah, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Titan of Terror, drunky, cokehead, traumatizing kids, piece of shit. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I took Savannah Guthrie's mom. You always swore that those were really your farts. No, they weren't my farts. And you ever see that scene, Dan? It is pretty funny.
From the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did watch it. So I mean, that's Hollywood magic, though. That's not really. You can't make farts that perfect. But
no, of course not. I mean, everything was Hollywood magic, but the bathroom was real. That's a real fucking bathroom at the gym at Bally's. These fucking idiots.
I mean, nobody's gonna look good after fucking falling in the. You're all bruised up and you look in pain and stuff. I mean, of course, you're not gonna look great today. But even despite that, you look a lot better than a lot of the people in this universe. Let's put it that way.
I'm just pissed that I can't go to the gym now because I've been on a fucking 2-year thing. I've been pumping iron all the time, and now this arm I could still pump, but then this is gonna look gimpy. Dan?
Yep. Yeah. It looks like I could see that. Okay, you're drunk.
That's me drunk. That's why it's like I was gonna leave, but now, Dan, here's my problem. I can't do anything for at least another 4 weeks.
So we're stuck with you, John. We're stuck with John
for
4 more weeks.
I guess everyone's stuck with me now. Oh, I see. This is what you're talking about. Dan, a trailer is where actors rest on set. Yeah. So also, there was nothing.
There were no trailers.
There was no trailers. It was just really. It was a place. I think I told you, Dan. It was a place where they would have they would shoot like porno, or it was like a swingers place, but there was all different like bizarre like posters up, and like it was a sleaze ball place. So the set people that got there way before me were complaining there was fucking condoms. Nothing to do with me, but that's why this wacko probably is just gonna try and connect two things like together.
Yeah, I mean they do repurpose a lot of these adult film sets, so I wouldn't be surprised if you turn the black light on and you maybe see something you don't want to see.
Forget it. Nobody wanted to do that there. Are you kidding me?
No. You don't even want to know what's happened in this room.
No, but again, our budget was so fucking small. Like we couldn't afford much. Did your ex-wife's mom ever call you an alcoholic? No. Saucer and Gypsy, what are your thoughts on your set designer? For here or for the movie?
I think he's trying to be smart about the movies, just because he asked about he's mentioned the trailer, and now he's
good job, Saucer, because it brings up a funny story. So when Jay Leno saw the movie, he loved goofing on me when me and the girl, when me and Bellamy, the lead, walk into Hudson, the girl that we're, hitting on, in her apartment. And all there is like a guitar on the back of us, and then there's nothing. We're like, wow, this place is beautiful. This is an awesome place. And Jay could not stop laughing. Awesome place, John. You got a fucking guitar hanging on the fucking wall, and that's it. And he loved that. That was his favorite part.
That's funny. That's funny that Jake or that Jay actually saw the movie and was able to goof on you with it.
Yeah, and Anthony grew me. Thank you for reminding me. She said your hygiene was abysmal. Now, Dan, I shower every fucking day. I mean,
There's a lot of things people could pick on you, but I don't think your hygiene is the one that they should be picking on.
She was chain smoking all the time. She smelled like a fucking ashtray, and she was about 80 pounds. But that's what Lady K does. Like having this woman on where he knew she was full of shit the whole time. There's no way he didn't know, Dan. No way he didn't know. Adam Bush knew she was full of shit and knew she was not normal. They both knew that. And according to the Vegas Bear Sells Jerry, even the Dabbles Anonymous community who hate me were like, come on, man. This chick is fucking off. You know, it's like Heather Warner times 1,000, like a real fucking lunatic.
Even the thumbnail, if you didn't see the video at all, and you just saw the thumbnail of this woman, ridiculous.
But Dan, that's the whole thing with me is everything is, pure. There's no, I've never been arrested for anything. I would never do anything harmful to children in my life.
Now, one of the things she said that she claims that you owe her $40,000. What's your answer to that?
She's full of shit. And the only reason why her name's even in the credits is because she tried to sue if it weren't. And
you did her a solid then. You fired for cause.
I said, okay, fuck it. I'll put your name as a producer. And then you go, all right. But now, thanks to Ben Ratner, what a fucking rat.
What a fucking piece of shit that guy is.
Just like out to get me. What a fucking scumbag. Well, I hope that doesn't happen to him.
What? And is he a Hollywood producer? Is that what his job is?
No, he used to work with Pocky.
Oh, okay.
But now he's like out there.
Oh, that guy. Oh shit! I didn't even put two and two together. I thought I thought it was like somebody from Hollywood.
Yeah, and then he used to help me, like tell me like all these, all the uncollected funds. Like he would tell me, "Hey, John, I googled your name." Now we realize why he was googling my name. He wasn't trying to help me; he was trying to fuck me. But anyway, so then when I realized that he donated to their GoFundMe, I was like, wait a second, you donated to GoFundMe? Oh, you got me, didn't you? I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. That's it. And then this is what he does now. Slow down. You can't even pay lawyers you have now. Yeah, we'll see about that. Dan, thoughts on Pocky threatening a lawsuit against Stuttering John? Oh, did you see that? By the way, I didn't tweet. I tweeted he was a fucking what did I say? There was two words. I said monster, and then another one like sicko. First of all, monster with sicko is not defamatory. You can call anybody a monster. That's not defamatory. But so anyway, but he wants your thoughts. Well, now with Lady K, now I'm going to talk to my lawyer tomorrow because I'm going to tell him he had this woman on saying defamatory shit, and he paid her to come on. Now, did he pay her to say it? Did he not? I don't know, but he paid her to come on. Dan,
you're owed a retraction from Carl. He really needs to go back and retract that whole fucking episode.
Lady K, if you don't retract, then okay, I'll sue you again. I don't care because I'm pretty sure I'll get a contingency lawyer again on this one. I'm going to get a couple beers. Are you here with me for a few minutes?
Yeah, I can hang around for another 15, 20 minutes.
All right. Just hold on.
Hear that, Lady K? We're coming for you. Lawyer up, bitch. The Duke ain't kidding, brother. Every one of you guys is on notice. It's gonna be legal season, baby. Lots of lawyers. Lawyer up. Lawyer the fuck up.
Griot and Ganji prove you way overcharged them, way over 50. Yes, they came to the summation. I charged them 200 more, which might be correct. I said 50, but now when you think about it, I think I was paying $425 and I charged them $625. And if you think about that, Dan, in Manhattan, for a 2-bedroom, $625. Come on.
Yeah, no way.
And it wasn't worth it. Reverend Rage, my man. Carl is using that lady. He let her dox herself. Oh, really?
I didn't catch that part, but
Mr. Saw, thanks for the $2. How much did you pay Mark Cuban to be in your movie? I have to pay him. He did it out of the kindness of his heart. Oh, and then she claimed that she was the one that got Mark Cuban. She wasn't. Had nothing to do with it. It was one of the actresses. Mark K., you expect Lady K to show mercy. You are suing him, you old bum. No, I'm not expecting him to show mercy, but you would think after I'm suing him for violating my right of publicity, he wouldn't then go ahead and defame me with this woman. It would be a wrong move. Even his lawyer, Danny Savalas, would tell him it's not a good move right now. Therefore, I want a retraction. Dan, have you ever considered working as a manager? You seem to have passion and work ethic. John, what does it take to be a good manager? Well, I can tell you what it doesn't take. I don't know if I've ever had a good manager. I don't know. I normally don't have managers. I don't know. Evans Gate, watching baseball all day and no alcohol involved. See, this is what I mean, Dan. Okay. Now, we all know, Dan, that I am in pain. So now picture a broken-wristed, stuttering John, sleeping all day because, as you know, the bones are trying to heal, which does cause tiredness. I already looked it up because you got all the white blood cells. Everything's trying, like your body does. It's trying to repair everything. And it does cause you to be drowsy. So here I am sleeping, and the Yankee game's at 1, and I'm in bed in my underwear, Evans Gate, in case you're interested. And I'm
you want a visualization of what's going on.
And I'm watching the Yankees-Phillies. And I don't drink in my bed, in case you're interested, because the night table is too far apart from the bed, and there's no way I would have anywhere to put it. Either way, I wasn't planning on drinking yet because Hitman Dan was going to come over. Then we were going to go out and, have some fun at a bar or something. So, therefore, I just watched the game and then got up to take a shower. You lose. I said, good day, sir. I said, good day. And then there's like other people who have been playing a lot of my copyrighted content, and I haven't struck them, but I'm like, I don't know, Dan. It's getting to the point where, I don't know. I don't want this to be this way, but some people are saying some really outlandish stuff that maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Because I'll forget it. But I don't know, Dan. I've stopped striking, even though they abuse my copyrighted content.
I think it's the right thing to do, to be honest, to not, it's not worth it because it comes back at you. But that being said, fuck all these guys, really. I mean, the stream sniping, it's lame. It's lame, but
it's odd. Like, I could never do that. Like, Dan, like now you do my show, right? Like, it's like Ava. Ava does my show. Like, Vegas Bear sells Jerry. Like, I would never trash any of you people. I would never trash you guys. Like, to me, it's it is weird. This fucking, it is painful. I don't even, this is new. And I was worried it was maybe, like the circulation was cut off, but then my fingers are okay, I guess. Are they or are they not? Oh, I guess, wow, even they're black and blue. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, now my fingers are looking bad. Maybe I'm dying. Could I be dying? The fuck? Look, the black and blue. This ain't good. Oh no. The Frankenfinger. The Frankenfinger looks even uglier than before. Holy shit. My fingers are bailing on me. Fuck. What am I to do? Oh no. Look at the Frankenfinger alone. It's all puffy. I might be dying. Look at the new one it's got. Frankenfinger's got a new lump. Hello there. How are you? Welcome to the Frankenfinger. I hope you're okay. What the fuck? Oh, God. Is this gangrene or something? What the fuck? Jesus. Maybe I'm dying. I didn't notice the fingers, though. That's weird. They're all black and blue. Is that what happens? I'm sure it does. If I go ask MMD, I'm sure. I guess they start doing that, like your fingers start. Because I didn't see this until today. I mean, that was a big one. And then I realized over here, so this is where I hit the floor. So right there, that's why this is black and blue. So I guess if it happened on Sunday. So now we're on Thursday. So do you think because they say normally in a day, at least Vegas Beer Sells Jerry said that it would happen. This is like Jesus. Fuck. Look at that thing. Blech. Huge bruise on the arm is a sign of hepatic failure. I think it's hepatic failure. Wow. I don't know, man. Looks kind of cool, Looks kind of cool, It's all purple. It's all purple. Got purple. I don't know why they call it black and blue. It's more just purple. I don't know. It's always weird seeing shit like this, on your arm. I'm more concerned with the fingers who are now bailing on me. I mean, look at that fucking thing. The fuck is that? Deb, how does it feel, Dan, that Lady K calls you $2 corky? Yeah, thanks to me. And again, that was me just making a joke. But Lady K doesn't know how to make jokes. I do. I know what's funny. And I do it quickly. He doesn't. He can't just do it. Mersey show. The Duke was bruised from all the weights that were put on him at the hospital. The Duke couldn't handle it. No, I did handle it. All the weights. They put weights like this. I was like, straighten my wrist. I don't care. You sure you want more, John? This might hurt. Put them all. Give me all the weights. Give everything. I enjoy the pain. I applaud pain. All right, I'm just gonna get another beer. Oh God, motherfucker! Ugh. Mm. Frank, how many beers have you had there today? Let's see. 4. 4 beers. But look, I'm on a lot of ibuprofen. Ryan A., you think Artie was correct in calling Shitwayer a hack? Yes. He is a hack. He doesn't do any jokes. He thinks he's funny. You know, I've noticed this about certain comics, you know, who, well, I don't even want to call him a comic, but, you know, there are people, and I'm not going to mention any names, but a friend of mine was just starting out, and he would try and own the stage with the mic and, you know, and put his foot on the speaker and, you know, think he was like as if he already owned that. That's like Shitway. He thinks he owned it from doing some open mics, but he hasn't. No. You don't own it, Shitway, until you can be a host for guys like Bud Friedman, you know, Harry Basil, all the guys that are booking comedy clubs. You don't own it just by taking the mic off and thinking you are. No, you go from host, then you go to feature. And features do 20 minutes. That's it. And the feature can do 20, and sometimes they'll say do 30. And when you do 30, then they'll ask you to headline. And that's what happened to me. It didn't happen overnight, Shitware. It doesn't happen overnight. That's why you're not, you have never paid your dues. You haven't, dickhead. You haven't paid your dues. I have. I went the route, which wasn't a normal route, because I was already famous. So I would host in the beginning and I would do shows. But, you know, I already knew that I only had 5-10 minutes in me. That's all I had. But then, after the Stuttering John and Friends tour on Stern, then I went to Jay Leno in 2004. And then I started doing the open mics at Ha-Ha's and starting to write more jokes and getting better and better and better. Then would book shows and then be a host in a feature at the improvs everywhere. You know, the Brea, in Vegas, the Irvine, the Ontario, and you slowly, then you're going, okay, now I'm getting laughs as, then I'm getting like laughs, as a feature. And that's when the comedy club goes, okay, let's give them a shot. And then they make you the headliner. Now that took, I want to say 2004. I probably became a headliner. Let's see. in about 2010. That's called paying your dues, shitware. That's a guy who's so fucking aggressive and motivated with what he's doing that is going to keep on writing jokes, writing bits, writing stuff, and just getting it all into a thing where I can close a room. I could headline a room, shitware. You never did that. And you never will. Because you don't have the ability to write jokes that are funny. You wouldn't even know what a callback or a tag is. And you don't even know the 5 rules of comedy. You don't know that. But then again, you never wrote any monologue jokes. You don't understand how to formulate a real joke. So yes, Shitway is a hack. Artie was completely correct. And the thing with Artie is he wasn't there for my development. He was there when I was just the host. That's all. Then I went away and worked on my fucking craft. And I don't give a shit what you say. I could headline a room. I could do an hour and a half if I want to. I can. I'm funny. Skull! But like everything in life, it comes with really working at it. And I say that working on a high school diploma, working on a college degree, working on a career, working on a record deal, working on writing songs, working on being a better guitar player, hence lessons and working out stuff. That's what I did. I worked hard. You never did that shit, Whale. Nor did you, Lady K. That's called working at something. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You guys never did that. You don't even understand what it means. Because he would never work hard enough like I did to get to that point where I could headline rooms. I could sell out rooms. Shit, well, you never did that. You never have. And you never will. Because you don't have that ambition. You don't have that belief in yourself. I do. I have that belief in myself. Skull! But even to be like a musician, so then, okay, there's a young stuttering John. He's first grade, he's in the play, and he's singing on stage. He knows all the fucking, the little carrot seed. He's a star, and he's giving all the other actors their lines because they're forgetting it. After all, we're in first grade, not the Duke. Duke remembers every line they're supposed to say and sing, and remembers all their songs, including his own. And that's a Duke. And then second grade, I pick up the trumpet, and then I become a trumpet player with me and my 2 other trumpet players. We are the brass section. And then I'm in all district band. And yes, I can read music. Now I can really read music, and I'm playing the trumpet. And finally, my parents bought me a trumpet, and that's the one I use. And I played trumpet and all district band. And then it's funny because I had a solo in I can't remember what grade, but I had a solo, and I believe it was with Dr. New in second or third grade, but where I had a solo to sing in front of all the, like I was on the stage and I sang a solo. I opened the whole show. Now we pledge allegiance to the flag so true, 13 red and white stripes and 50 stars on blue. Whatever. I opened the whole show. And then when I got into sixth grade, at junior high at Sylvia Packard, then we had it was Dr. New and Mr. Perlman, and then I was going to sing a solo for Sunrise Sunset, and Mr. Perlman was like, well, should we get him a mic? And Dr. New was like, no mic, he loud. And they didn't give me a mic, and I was playing Little League Baseball, and thank God they got me, to Plaintiff's High School in time for me to sing. Let's see. What words of wisdom shall we give them? How can I help to ease their weight? And I sang the solo, and I killed it. Sixth grade. So there's so now you're building up. That's paying your dues, shit way. That's not only in trumpet, but it's also in singing. You're paying your fucking dues. You're on a stage in front of obviously a packed, Plaintiff's High School auditorium, and you're singing Sunrise, Sunset to all these people. And of course, when we get back to school, Mr. Prom was like, I gotta say, Mr. Melendez just fucking was amazing, and the other kids got jealous, well, he had a solo, we didn't. But either way, that's called paying your dues. Do you understand? I don't think you understand that. All district band, solos, singing. I'm already building up my musical acumen. And in junior high, I wrote a sketch because they wanted us to do a comedy sketch. And I wrote that for me and my friend David. And it was called The Smothered Brother, because the Smothers Brothers were big, and I loved them. And it was a very funny sketch. And I wrote it. You see how all of this is coming into play? You see the singing, the musicianship, it's all coming to play, I'm already reading music. I'm already performing. Then I get to high school. Then it's the bands. Stuttering John and the bands. And then it was all for my confirmation, I traded in my trumpet for a guitar, thanks to the Beatles. And the rest is legend. Skål! But so stop claiming you're paying your dues by doing a few open mics. That's not paying your dues. You're paying your dues when you go from open micer to host to middler to headliner. That's paying your dues. And you haven't done that. You haven't done the work. Maybe because you're always stoned. But I do. I do the work. Because when I have an ambition, when I have something I want to do, I will do it. You don't know because you're not alpha. I'm an alpha male. If I want to do something, I will do it. And I have no fear. I'll get on that fucking stage. Yeah, you get a little nervous, but I'll get on that fucking stage and I will perform. And I will learn. It's a growing process. But the line producer,
Do you even remember the line producer?
yeah, I do, but I think that that I can't remember, but I know. I don't know. Like I wasn't in charge. Like it was because when Marco was around, he was, he was dealing with all these people. I can't remember, but I mean, she did a good job. But at the end, there was something that happened. I think the line producer said that me and Susanna had no chemistry.
Oh.
Something like but that was the last day of shooting. Like, so I don't know how it all ended, but I don't have anything bad to say about her,
Right.
Oh shit.
Wow.
But did you see this?
I actually was gonna. That's why I texted you. Are you like? Did they tell you that your fingers in that would happen?
Well, apparently this is just from shock, no?
Well, if that wasn't there, it looks like it's pooling in the sense that it's not being elevated properly. And I'm worried about your fingers. Did they say that that's possible?
Yeah, hold on. I'll give you my fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do an urgent care check-in, like even like a Zoom care, just to be like, hey, that's really concerning to me.
But I don't know why, because it's this is not too tight. It ain't cutting off any circulation.
That's what's worrying me, is that it's not too
Right.
tight. It's that it's not too tight and your fingers are turning blue like that. I think maybe an urgent care check-in would be.
So you think I'm gonna get my arm amputated?
No, I just like I'm not even a big. I go to a doctor's last resort, but I would go to do an urgent care check-in, not the ER, just to be like, hey, is this okay?
But I just was at the consultation with the
Your
orthopedic.
fingers, but were your fingers like that then?
No, but I think from what I hear, this is just like your body takes a little time to show the shock that was in. Oh, but don't forget, I fucking fell.
Was that part? Oh, so that you're saying that part was impacted on the fall? It's not just
Everything was, including this.
Yeah.
Like everything was, and now you can see that this is starting to.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was just asking. Did they say that any of the fingers could happen?
Well, I guess it's just. I think it's a part of healing. I don't know. Ryan A. Ava, what's your favorite Stuttering John band song?
Don't put me on the spot.
Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit.
No, I'm talking to Ryan.
Well, there's a lot. It could be One Too Many or Guilt or Ease Up. I mean, there's plenty to choose from.
I'll talk my way out of it.
There you go. I mean, that's that was the one that was on the radio nonstop.
In Riverboat.
Yeah. Oh, do you know Riverboat?
Yeah.
Did you like the message it sends?
I didn't analyze it on those terms.
It's Avi, you would love it. It's all about
Feldman.
All right, you're fucking obsessed with this.
I am. I really am.
You are fucking obsessed with this, but no, it's always like most of my songs are about empowerment, and that's another one. It's rock the riverboat just to stay afloat. No one knows where. I don't know. You got to listen to it. Hey, you want to play? No, I can't play it.
You should do it. You should do an acoustic rendition of it on the show.
Rock the riverboat just to stay afloat.
Nobody knows where the river's gonna end anyway.
Fuck that. I wrote Riverboat. John's full of fucking shit.
But when I say rock the riverboat, the whole song was about, like, having some failures in life, and but you still kept going. You didn't want to quit. So when it says rock the riverboat, it is like just who cares? Because as long as you stay afloat, you can keep going and rock the riverboat. Thank you.
Unless you're the shitware, in which case, actually just don't rock the riverboat. Just quit comedy after 1 year of it instead of the.
Thank you. And that's what the song's about. It's all about just don't let anybody beat you down.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This is Stuttering John saying, good.